New blessings, new lessons, new money. Welcome to another episode of the Raising Vibes at the Treehouse Podcast. Now, today we are opening our minds to the truth about something we all struggle with. We have all worried about what other people think. I mean, even Jesus asked his disciples, who do people say the Son of Man is? Now, this struggle is so substantial that it weighs in on our hearts, clouds up our minds, and impacts the choices that we make in our lives. Not just with what we do, but with who we are as a people. Let's dive in. Humanity from the beginning of time has been concerned with the thoughts of others. Throughout our history, we have labeled the words respect and reputation as a way of gauging what others think about us. It has led to decisions that aren't always ours, and it's boxed us up into this groupthink society that just goes along with what everyone else is doing. Now, this way of living, it can create that crab in a bucket mentality, which means if you step out and you start to do your own thing and succeed, the people closest to you, they will try to bring you back down with them. The ones with the most haters are typically the most successful members of society. It's not just jealousy and envy, but it's a difference in lifestyle and mental strength that only a few carry in this postmodern world. So on previous episodes, we've discussed positive thinking and becoming your most authentic self, which are major keys to getting you into a place of not caring about what other people think of you. I highly encourage you to tune into those episodes if you haven't already. Now, thank you for being here for this one. And for those of you who don't know, or it may be your first time here, I'm your host, Lette Weaver, and I truly care about your mental well-being. We can all be positive lights in this world around us, and my goal with this episode is to open new doors of thoughts and truths that lead to transformation. I thank you for joining me, and before we move forward, I gotta ask you these important questions today. Have you over-concerned yourself with the thoughts of others? Have you done something in your life because you were trying to live up to somebody else's expectations? Or are you unsure of where you fit in with this culture? Are you exhausted seeing the same media talking points blasted out into the echo chamber? Yeah. Well, you, me, us, let's talk. We've been through a lot over these last 2 years, and it seems like this crisis to crisis world that we living in is only accelerating. And so with that being said, I truly believe that there's never been a better time to be an individual than right now. Like, if you are one that leans into your individual self, you may not be accepted into certain groups and may even be censored online from time to time. But the reality is, you aren't concerned with the thoughts of others. This includes family, friends, peers, bosses, co-workers, and society as a whole. So how do we get there? How do we wire our brains to no longer be concerned with the thoughts of others? Well, positive thinking and being your most authentic self is an essential start to the process. But it's not the only thing you can do. I mean, if it was, this podcast episode wouldn't be necessary now, would it? A pastor one Sunday powerfully said, "It's none of your business what thoughts are running through someone else's head about you." Now, it wasn't the cleanest quote, but it surely made me think about it in a way that I challenge you to think about it today. You will never know what is being thought up there, and your assumptions, they usually make it worse because it creates anxiety within you that is not productive or life-giving. Better yet, it's not true because you will never know the full answer. People will always have something to say and think about you. Sometimes it's good things and sometimes it's bad things. Seeing yourself through the lens of God or seeing yourself in a positive light will block out them thoughts of others. Knowing yourself and becoming your most authentic self gives you the peace and courage to step out into your individual self and be proud of who you are. Scholars, philosophers have all reiterated for centuries, words have power. This is spot on, and daily affirmations and journaling can help you block out the noise that may come from someone in your life that doesn't line up with the path that you are on. Everyone has at least one or two people in their lives that are more like roadblocks to their ultimate destination. The journey to enlightenment and the meaning of life is only obtained when you are able to set boundaries from the people whose words don't lift you up but break you down. It's not an easy thing to do, as you may lose family and friends. Sometimes the sacrifice of a better life requires you trimming off the fat of your previous one. We can do this with grace, love, and respect. And in doing so, the people we distance ourselves from, they will grow and be able to have a new perspective on why they are no longer on the team. More times than not, it takes someone sitting on the sidelines to realize the journey that you're on. Caring about what others think, it has been proven to do more harm than good. It's a thought cancer, and it spreads at a rapid pace, and it can really harm your self-image. It can remove you from a goal, reshape who you are, and it can have you living for someone else rather than living for yourself and God. We are to be in the world, but not be of the world. We have enough people waiting in the dugout for the world to tell them who to be next. Don't you want to be different? Do you not want to be unique? Not by anyone else's definition, but by the way you feel about yourself when you look in the mirror. We as a culture have taken too many selfies and not enough moments of looking at ourselves in that mirror. With that being said, I'm always excited to give you some tips and guidance on how to care less about what other people think and step into your most authentic self. You ready? Let's go. Number 1, know your worth. Now, this society has been shunning confidence lately, and it's been building up this victimology belief in our youth. We are not lab rats of this culture. We know our worth. Being confident in who you are is not only extremely healthy, but it's extremely attractive. Showing yourself love and taking it easy on yourself is one of the best things you could do to reach your maximum potential. Whether it's a positive mantra, a list of your best qualities, or kind words of affirmation, like you need to find you a practice that reminds you of your self-worth. Number 2, surround yourself with incredible people. Now, we done touched on this briefly already, but it's that important. If you find yourself engaging in behaviors that you aren't proud of, or if you feel crappy after hanging out with somebody, the answer is pretty clear. They shouldn't be in your life. Yes, it's easier said than done, I get it, but it's one of the fastest ways to not only have a more positive life, but to care less about others' opinions. Listen to your intuition when you're around certain company and use that discernment to choose who belongs in your circle. You'll discover that once you have fewer people that you're trying to impress, you'll care less and you'll be more confident in being your true self. Number 3, this is my favorite. Say no. I've gotten really good at it, honestly. And instead of saying yes to something and then bailing, I can just say no and not think about it. Instead of saying yes to please someone, I've learned to be comfortable with doing what I want to do instead. Instead of putting myself in uncomfortable situations or positions, I just say no from the get-go. It's quite nice. It feels good. And let's be real, 9 times out of 10, when you're out, you just want to go back home. You know what I'm saying? The bar's cool, but have you ever laid in your own bed? Practice saying no to things that don't feel good or commitments that don't light you up. You'll quickly notice how liberating no is, and that the world's still gonna turn without you saying yes to everything. Just like the world turns when you don't listen to the haters. Number 4, get rid of the word should. Now, this one right here is almost as good as saying no. In fact, this one will probably help you say no way more, and the liberating feeling will be amplified. If you ever feel yourself saying the word should, like, oh, but I should go to this event, or I should wear this, or I should just go to college, look, you need to take a step back and you need to figure out why you think you should. Usually the word should means that you believe other people or society as a whole thinks you should do something. Ditch the word should and identify what it is you really want to do. Number 5, stop caring about people praises for you. Our last one, this one is a bold one because it's true. In order to completely transform into being someone who doesn't care about what others think, you have to get over this certain hump too. It's hard, but you got to do it. You have to make sure that you don't care about how people view you, even if it's positive. I know. Can't we just keep the good stuff and ditch the bad stuff? Sadly, no. When we base our self-worth off of what other people think of us, it's dangerous to get too caught up into the compliments. If you get caught up in the compliments, then it's easy to get caught up in the criticism. And so the best things to do is practice not caring about any of it. If people compliment you, that's awesome. And you should obviously respond with a thank you. Be polite, but don't obsess over the praise and try to soak it in too much. Check your ego. Remind yourself that you were just as good as the person before the person complimented you as after. No more, no less. Let me repeat that. Remind yourself that you were just as good as a person before that person complimented you as after. It's a challenge at first, but freedom is only found on both sides of the sword. True freedom comes from not caring what people think. Full stop. Living your life on your own terms is one of the best things you could do for yourself and for the legacy you leave behind. Stay true to that and live unapologetically. You'll never go wrong with doing that. I mean, unless you're trying to do something immoral that hurts other people, then forget what I said. I'm going to conclude this with, we are over-consumed with the thoughts of others. With likes, comments, these algorithms, man, all trying to impact the way we view ourselves. And it's not uncommon to get lost in the sauce of society. We all want to be liked, but the true freedom is in not caring about what people think about you. Trust me, there will be plenty of people who will like you for this. You may lose a friend or a family member now, but you are going to gain so much more on the other side, man. I personally encourage you to see yourself in the eyes of God, the divine, the creator, rather than the eyes of others. Affirmations stating that you were chosen to do good and be good can go a long way in your weekly life. Speak the words over your life that you hope to see come to pass. Liberate yourself from the thoughts of man. Fill those pockets of unhealthy thoughts and envision the things you really want in life instead. Do you want success? Do you want to be your most authentic self and not worry about the thoughts of others? Manifest it and think of how you're going to get there and what it looks like when you are there. Speak positive words to yourself and to the others around you. Be a light, bro. The darkness hates the light. The good news is the light will attract more light. Good vibes bring out more good vibes. And as you might have heard, this is Raising Vibes at the Treehouse, and I hope you enjoyed vibing with me today. Take what you learned and use the truths that hit home to transform the way you think. Yo, I'm super grateful you decided to join me today, and I hope you consider subscribing to the show, and even sharing it with some friends who could use a positive message to start or finish their week. Help someone you know detach from the thoughts of others. Hey, thank you for tuning in, and we're going to catch a vibe with you next week.